Alright, so to start, can you say and then spell your first and last name for me?
Dean Krebs, D-E-A-N-K-R-E-B-S.
What would your title be within the realm of this event?
I'm the president of Douglas County Presidents Forever and the vice president of Viking Sportsmen.
And those are the two main sponsors of this event, correct?
Yep, those are the two sponsors. Those two groups came together to put this event on.
When does this event start?
Last year was the first year that we had this event.
Okay.
We had 542 kids last year, which we thought was an outstanding turnout.
Tell us about what kids can do here.
So we have 35 different activities for kids to do. So they can do stuff from archery to trap shooting to BB gun shooting to geocaching. We've got orienteering, how to build a fire, outdoor cooking, how to throw a tomahawk, which is, geez, how fun is throwing a tomahawk at a stump.
And how did this event start? I know you said last year was your inaugural year. How did this come about?
Well, I used to run a similar event down for the Anoka County Presidents Forever. It was not nearly on this scale. So we brought that idea up here, talked to the two groups, the Presidents Forever and Viking Sportsmen, and said, hey, we need to do something for kids in this community. We have so many kids that are out there that are tied up with on the couch watching TV, doing their iPads, screen time, and we want to get them off the couch and to really experience the things that we can do in Minnesota and really participate in an activity and not be spectators in activity. So what we did is we came together, we reached out to a bunch of local sportsmen's groups, local businesses. It's been unbelievable what we have, how this community has came together and put this event on. I think we have about 200 people who have either donated their time or their money or their supplies to putting this event on.
How many people do you have here today?
You know what? The last count was about 1,250. They're still trickling in, so it's going to be north of 1,250 kids. Parents, we're going to be right around that 2,000 mark, maybe a little over 2,000 total people at this event. That's not including the 150 volunteers that I have.
So I was talking to you a little earlier, those two stories you had. Kind of some interesting best stories you have from this event. Could you tell me those again?
Yeah, it was really neat. I was talking to a father and he had 5 kids, so he had 7 people in his family. He said, you know what? Everywhere I go, it costs me $100. It doesn't matter what I do with my family, it's a $100 bill minimum. He said, I came out here today, I spent 4 hours out here, my kids were ecstatic. They had the time of their lives, and it didn't cost me a penny because it's all free. They got free prizes, they got t-shirts, we all got lunch, and it was free. It really brought a smile to my face.
Yeah. And the other one you had about the girl joining the team, did you get to tell that one?
So we had a girl come out here last year and she shot, her first time she'd ever shot a gun. She shot trap shooting. It turns out she was kind of a natural at it. And she was so excited by that she ended up signing up for and participating on the Alexandria Trap Shooting High School team. So one event, boom, she's sucked into the team, she loves it, she takes part in what's now a varsity sport.
Alright, so to start, can I have you say and then spell your first and last name for me?
James Stratton. Yep. J-A-M-E-S-S-T-R-A-T-T-O-N.
And your title is?
I'm the president of the Viking Sports, the other half of this organization.
Gotcha. And so you were, I'm sure, as instrumental as Dean in getting this event rolling. What do you think so far? I mean, you guys it's become a big event. What are your thoughts?
Growing exponentially. We didn't know what to expect. I mean, when Dean, he's part of the Presidents Forever and the Viking Sports, and most of us are, and came to us with the idea of, we thought it was a good idea. We thought, let's get behind this. A lot of what Dean's already said is the fact that kids don't get outside. And maybe it's because their parents don't even get outside. We don't have as many fishermen and hunters as there used to be. So this is a way of getting them back to the outdoors, and whatever venue they want, whatever works for them.
And they can sort of try things out here as well. Maybe they don't know what they want to do outdoors. What kind of opportunities can they do here?
Right here, right, where are we going? Tomahawk. Where else can they throw an actual throwing tomahawk? Right. So, just things like that. Orienteering. My gosh, I've been involved with Boy Scouts for years, and it was just secondhand, but a lot of kids don't have that opportunity. Geocaching, it's a big activity now, but this is a way of exposing more kids to that activity and see if there's an interest in it. So educational opportunities. We've got a patterning up here. Kids, they know maybe what a shotgun is, but they have no idea, what does it look like after it's shot. So it's an opportunity for them to see the different results of shooting that shot. So it's educational, and it's an opportunity for them to put hands on things.
And last year you had 540. This year we're over 1,200 already. Has this grown just beyond your wildest expectations? I mean, did you ever dream that you'd have numbers like this?
I think it's one of those, if you build it, they will come. Kind of an opportunity. The fact that it's free, that does not hurt a bit. The fact that we've got a lot of local sponsors helps us put this on to this point. But as we grow and get bigger, we'd like to see some national sponsors come on board and help us to grow it even bigger. I mean, 5,000 kids, why not? It's something that we can dream about. But we can only dream that if we get the sponsorships, and it's going to take some big sponsors to be able to enable us to do that.
Yeah.
That good, really?
I would have thought that had a little more energy after being out here. Beautiful day.
Beautiful day right here in the beautiful Alexandria, Minnesota. 1,391 kids. Can you believe that? That is amazing.
All right.
But we need to get to some shooting here. But the problem is, guys, we've been traveling all over the country this month, and we haven't had much practice. So if you just bear with us a minute here, we're going to take a few practice rounds. Shouldn't take long. We're only going to shoot about a box of shells. Here we go. There we go. Feels good to practice again.
Well, now that our guns are warmed up and we have your attention, good afternoon. My name is Aaron Gould.
And my name is Steve Gould. And yes, we are actually brothers. I know some of you are looking at us going, you don't look a whole lot alike. Believe me, I'm well aware. I thank God for that every single day of my life. But seriously, being so different has its advantages. As you can see, Aaron was blessed with a little bit more muscle than I was, so when we get our shipments of Winchester ammunition, white flyer clays, Aaron's right there to unload them off the truck. I don't even bother if he does such a good job. And then, when it comes to me and how I'm different, I guess I can humbly say I was blessed with the majority of the shooting talent.
Hey, Steve, I got a great idea for you. How about you start showing us some of that talent instead of just talking about it?
I don't think they're quite ready. I think we need to or are you guys ready to see some shooting, or do I need to keep talking? They're starting to get ready. All right, well, what we do is called exhibition shooting. And what Aaron and I have loved from the beginning is that there's basically an unlimited combination of shot possibilities. So we never, ever get bored. At the most basic level, I can take one of these white flyers in my hand, just toss it up in the air, and shoot it like that.
To change my shot, all I need to do is change the way I throw the clay pigeon, like putting it on the stock of the gun, flipping it up.
Instead of off the stock, I can stick it on my foot, kick it up.
And if one gets too easy, I just add another clay and throw two under the arm.
How about two between the legs? Sometimes it takes 3 shells.
I can turn and face you nice folks, throw two up over my head.
Let's add one more, make it 3. And I'm going to throw them behind the back. Thank you.
Well, that was pretty nice shooting, Steve, but I was just going to go to my weak side and shoot.
Your weak side? Could you explain that?
Well, I am a right-handed shooter, so shooting from my left side would be considered my weak side, yes.
Okay, I got you. Well, if you want to go to your other weak side and shoot 3, that'd be pretty cool.
All right, you want me to do 3 left-handed? There's 3.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Is anybody here right-handed but left eye dominant? Quite a few of you, quite a few of you. It's actually very common. What we typically tell people is, especially if you haven't been shooting for very long, sometimes it's just easier to switch to your left side. But then you guys come back and say, well, it's just so awkward to shoot left-handed. If Mr. Weakside here can shoot 3 left-handed, I'm pretty sure you can learn too.
That's right. That's right.
Well, if shooting clays ever gets too easy, we can always downsize our targets to something just a little bit smaller. I like to shoot charcoal. It's about 1/3 the size. And what's nice about charcoal is when you hit it dead on, nice puff of black smoke. But that's kind of a plain, boring way to shoot charcoal. And I brought my charcoal launching machine with me today, also known as the Winchester Super X3 semi-auto shotgun. So I like to take a couple pieces of charcoal, stick it out on my barrel, and then use my charcoal launcher to launch them up and shoot them like that. That's a whole lot more fun. Thank you.
Well, let's downsize our target to something even a little bit smaller. Just an average, ordinary table grape. It's still a pretty tiny target to hit with this 12-gauge shotgun. Let's see what this does. Just like that. The fun part about shooting grapes is you toss one in the air, you shoot it, you toss one to yourself, you toss one in the air, and shoot it like so.
Better give Aaron a hand on that one. That basically is the extent of his talent right there.
That's it, folks.
Catching grapes in the mouth. If you didn't like that, you might as well go home.